Talk about the Niners being tight. We're half game behind Seattle because they have more wins than the Niners. They haven't gone on their bye week yet, but in the loss column, they're both even. Division, Niners 3-0, Seattle's 2-1. So I like where the 49ers are at right now. Coming out of the bye week, a little sluggish, okay. It's fine. 2 of 5 in the red zone. You could work on that. There's some things to clean up. But damn, we say this all the time on the Warriors broadcast. It's a hell of a lot better to clean things up after a win than it is a loss.
The one area that I think is definitely up for, cleaning up is they get down to the red zone, and it does.
2 of 5.
It just feels, to me, they're so reluctant to throw the ball into the actual end zone. Now, I know the running game gets you down there, but you got too many weapons to just be gun running it on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. It's very frustrating. I think Jimmy threw one into the stands. That was like a throwaway where he had Debo.
It was a two-man route. Ayuk went on a little quick sprint right.
And Debo's coming across.
And Debo's coming across on the drag. So it was a two-man route, and the Chargers are all over it.
I get very frustrated, and I understand the concept. They're going to be very cautious, and they don't want to turn the ball over. Can I just throw the ball into the red zone a little more? That's my one gripe. And then I think that we view this game a little different if they just punch that last one in the end zone.
Right, no
when
doubt.
They get down in there.
Yeah, they seal the
punch
deal.
Punch one in, you go up 9 or 8 or whatever, and then obviously the Robbie Gould missed extra point loomed large.
Yeah,
it did?
Yeah, no, it did. It loomed really large. Look, I know everybody was going crazy, which I didn't tweet once during the 49er game.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't tweet once.
I couldn't even get social media up.
Well, my internet was working fine, but I saw everybody losing their minds because they didn't go for it on the first possession when they got down to the 2-yard line. Everybody went crazy. McCaffrey gets stuffed inside the tackles on the shotgun run. I wasn't a big fan of the play call, but whatever. And Shanahan sends the field goal unit out, and people were booing. And I'm like, it's early in the game.
Yeah.
Just get some points on the board. We don't need to go for it all the time. That's what Brandon Staley does.
Yeah.
Let him go for all of it. That's the same thing we complained about. And that's when I was like, you know what? It's not a tweet day. Let's just enjoy the game because the Chargers, you have to tip your cap to them. They're hurt all week long. Oh, we got the worst rush defense in the league. We give up over 5 yards per carry. Well, what do you think the Niners are going to do? And Staley's familiar with the 49ers system because he was in L.A. with the Rams. He was coaching alongside Sean McVay. So he saw firsthand in practice what this Niners system looks like, as well as going against the Niners twice a year. Everybody in the world in L.A. knew that the Niners were going to run the football. So all week long, they're hearing like, oh, man, the Niners going to run the ball on us? No. We're going to sell out to stop the run and make them throw. And you know what? Jimmy made some key throws on 3rd longs yesterday that made me feel good about that win yesterday. They're not humming on all cylinders yet, and I thought, man, hey, out of the second half, they're going to score about 30 points a game. But you know what? The defenses, they come to play too. They get paid as well. So, you know what? A good win for them. It wasn't the cleanest win, but you're 5-4 over 500 when 3 weeks ago you were 3-4.
That's what I'm saying. I'm feeling great this morning, and it sets up what's going to be a great November and December again, Bonta. This is going to come down to the wire again, and you just got to win games and then look around at the landscape and see where everyone's imploding. Juwan Jennings, a lot gets made of all the weapons on this team. He made some big 3rd down plays for this team yesterday. The one where they threw one short to him and he fought for extra yardage and then ended up getting the first down. He had a really nice catch to set up a first down on another play. I don't know. They just seeing some of these random guys kind of step up was really nice. And then Elijah Mitchell, we hadn't seen him all year, basically. To have that game that he had yesterday, the vision, the cutbacks, the wiggle to kind of find the open spots. I actually thought they just clean up some of the blocking. He goes for more.
Yeah, no doubt. 18 carries, 89 yards for Elijah Mitchell in his first game back since injuring his knee in the second quarter against the Chicago Bears. Christian McCaffrey slowed down, 14 carries, 38 yards in the run game. He had another 4 catches, 39 in the pass game. I thought alongside Juwan Jennings, Brendan Ayuk is really starting to blossom. And it was good to see him bounce back from that fumble in the second quarter where he looked explosive on that play. He fumbles. Derwin James and Santi Samuel Jr. made a great play on that. Derwin James Jr. is a baller. All right, put his hat on the football. He just sandwiched him and fumbles. But the defense did their job and held him to a field goal. Yeah. Got to give the defense credit there, and we'll get to the defense all show long. But 6 catches, 84 yards for Ayuk. The guy, again, I thought this coming into the season, and I'm thinking now he's the best pure wide receiver on this football team, and he is coming, folks. He's got a great catch radius. He's run great crisp routes. He can run after the catch. Ayuk is coming, folks.
Doesn't it feel like him and Jimmy are building rapport and trust,
yeah.
especially in that like second, whatever you want to call it, intermediate spot above the
10
linebackers?
to 15 yards.
Yeah, he seems to really get open in that area, and Jimmy's hitting him, and he's making tough contested catches. I just really like where Ayuk's at as a player right now.
He's making 1,000 yards this year. He's at 567.
It is interesting how this offense, but it's who we are. We run the ball, right? But like in contrast to the rest of the league, you're watching Justin Jefferson might go for 2K. I mean,
Stephon Diggs is making one-head catches. Gabe Davis is.
Are you kidding me?
Around the league, there's just some ballers.
But that's kind of like the one thing. Like I know Niner fans are going to be frustrated because the offense doesn't score enough. I get all that. They do play a brand of football that's it's two-pronged. One, they're going to leave you frustrated as a fan. But number two, it's a bruising style that does translate to the playoffs. Yeah. Like you gotta give them credit. Like if you're gonna run the ball, if your backup running back is gonna go 18 for 90 something,
right?
How many teams have that in the bag?
Not many. And you know what? This is the type of football that wins in January. Cold weather,
yes,
snow, rain, whatever it is. This is the type of football that wins in January. So they're just right on schedule. I don't want the Niners peaking right now. I don't mind them not peaking right now. Peak in December. Start to peak in December. Start to trend up there. You get a good win, and now you get an extra day off from Mexico City in what is going to be a big-time showdown against the Arizona Cardinals Monday Night Football in Mexico City.
Is Kyler going to play?
Maybe. You know he's going to be right for the Niners. He's going to get right for the Niners.
Well, it was nice to see the defensive line kind of get after it. There's a bunch of who's who. If you had Charles Omenihu, Ridgeway, and Jordan Willis, alongside Nick Bosa to start the season, I mean, your bingo card was better than mine. But you know what? You look up, and they put consistent pressure on this team.
Did.
And I thought DeMeco Ryans had a combination of blitzes in the second half that were just brilliant. He brought Greenlaw on one, or maybe it was Alshire because Greenlaw got ejected. Warner on a couple. He brought Hufanga on one. He had Nick Bosa guarding, I don't know, a running back. I don't think it was Eckler.
That was in the first half.
Oh my God!
Looked like, was it Gerald Everett or was it a running back?
I don't know who that was. I thought it was a running back. Maybe I'm wrong, B.
Right.
But I was like, you could do that once a game. Don't do that often. That scared me.
No, I mean, you know what? He's got to add that to his game. I'm not mad at it. But look, you bring up Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa took that game over in the final two possessions.
He's so sick.
Nick Bosa took the game over with countless pressure, collapse in the pocket. Nick Bosa, if you want to talk about a DPOY performance, yeah, the numbers don't come in there. By the way, 75, I kept thinking of Kevin Fagan when I saw Jordan Willis wear 75. I thought it was Kevin Fagan all over again. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
It's funny that you say that because I text Mattson in the middle of the game, and I go, 75? ? Who is that? And he's like, Jordan Willis. And I'm like, two things. Number one, I thought he was 94 last year. And number two, because I know many who has 94, I thought they cut him. He's like, they brought him back. He's like, missed that one.
He kept reminding me of Kevin Fagan. Kept reminding me of Kevin. Was like, man, Kevin Fagan's back from the past. Remember Kevin Fagan?
Of course I remember him. Him and Pierce Holt.
Yeah, Pierce Holt,
Look
baby.
at you. I'm
Pierce
make
Holt.
you smile
Was
today.
Pierce Holt 75 or 78?
Well, one of them was 78. One of them was 75.
I know Kevin Fagan was 75.
Not 74. I think he was 75. I think you're right.
But, hey, you know what? Great win for the 49ers.
Tomlinson last year 75?
Maybe he was. Maybe. Lincoln was 75.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he was 75. We see 78 real quick.
Look up Pierce Holt.
When we go to the numbers, I think Pierce Holt
next to Michael Carter.
I want to say Pierce Holt was 78, but I could be wrong. Let me see. Pierce Holt 78. 88 to 92. Yeah, I figured that one. So, anyway, 888-957-9570. What's up?
Two things. Number one, we start the game off. I knew it was going to be a good game. Keith Lewis was ringing the bell. Now, let me go deep. During the dark ages of 49er football, I thought Keith Lewis was going to be our starting safety for a decade. I was clearly wrong on that. But I liked him. He was a special teams gunner, had a block punt in his career. But I was like, yes, this is all right. Here we go. Then Hunter Pence at halftime coming out and doing the foghorn. I don't know. I felt a certain kind of way.
Yeah, it was all right.
You weren't feeling it like me?
Keith Lewis I was like, damn, bringing back Keith Lewis, huh?
That's like scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Like, damn, we're bringing back Keith Lewis. All right, I'm not mad at that. Number 28, okay, he made some plays, but we're bringing back Keith Lewis, really? All right, okay.